Let's look at the top headlines first. Women street vendors clashes with police personnel after city police personnel brutally assaulted a male street vendor at Alugali this afternoon. Army to establish Center for Excellence and Wellness for coaching 50 underprivileged students of Manipur for admission in best colleges and universities in India. Manipur reported no new COVID cases and 0 COVID deaths in last 24 hours. Positivity rate declined to 0%. General Manoj Pandey took charge as the 29th Chief of the Army Staff. And Ghost of Kiev dies in battle after shooting down 40 Russian jets. Identity revealed. Hello and good evening. Welcome to ELITETV 6 p.m. primetime news in English. This is Utpala. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government. Wear face masks when out in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Street vendors vending their business in Kwaramban market clashes with personnel of Manipur police after city police personnel assaulted a male street vendor today. The injured male street vendor has been taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. Speaking to media persons in connection with the uproar, Roadside Vendor Welfare Association Muslim Minority President Chaubi Begum said the street vendors vending their business in and around the bazaar area have approached the authority concerned to allow to vend their business at least 2 to 3 days in view of the Eid festival for Islam religious followers, Muslim community of the state. In the meantime, unexpectedly, personnel of city police brutally assaulted a male street vendor vending their business at Alugali, she added. Condemning the incident, Chaubi Begum termed it as unfortunate for the harsh action of the police personnel to the weak and helpless persons working hard to feed their families.
Wari charaga kamen bira agena haide ngai maraksida hairiba city gi thana makhaisina changsilaga ton khaba nupa du da moja sakhairaga nupa du lepa khaiba ngamdaba makai kablakta yamna thina kanthatlaga phubiyam ba haiba city aton ba haiba bu masida taramale haiba du mangaire harau kumai khudingi masumaina nong mata phajana kumai amata bazar da taba muslim khuding makna pangthok bangamde tona taraba laita lairaba ngaktani famjida po jon ba laiba si nungaira di kana sumayum dagi thokning pornate adubu moina matam supada chahi khudingi sumaina tawon basidi tasengna ikoi pente.
On the other hand, speaking in connection with the incident, Kanglei Park Minority Welfare Organization President MD Nasir Khan appealed to the state government to initiate the process for the welfare of the poor and needy families that the government had announced, and said that seeing a person assaulted brutally in the name of having power is intolerable. MD Nasir Khan further said that they hope the state government will surely sort out a better way for the street vendors at the earliest.
Street vendor equigi tongana mayam kangna vendor haiba duguma mafam da sunupi ke amarom su phambai thenaje adugumba du phaba punbadi to bayu mahuta moza khatang jolaga leijaiba mioi aduda phabi raga moza asu langkhai biba adugumba thodo ase matung to hanbiganu aduga mahaki makwang da makuta phu kiba amadi makok da thajin kiba madu gi asopa khudimak haiba numisida tariba police personnel sina amadi sigi lainga na risk pu gada bani tapak ta leiba khoi khunda me neiba kanglu puru kaidana nusi sana leimina ga lakaduri asigi khalaga so ngasigi lainga na no manini to so imai ben singda perform phaman bagi komthopi na bai tanja.
Continuing sustained initiative to secure a better future for the youth of Manipur by the Indian Army, Red Shield Division under the aegis of Spear Corps has signed a tripartite MOU with corporate partner State Bank of India Foundation, SBIF, and training partner National Integrity and Educational Development Organization, NIEDO, to establish Red Shield Center for Excellence and Wellness, which will be located at Bishnupur district of Manipur. The project is expected to be fully functional for the first batch of 50 students by the first week of July 2022. The MOU signing ceremony was held at Laimakong between the Indian Army, SBI Foundation and NIEDO. The event was graced by Laganishan Governor Manipur, GOC Red Shield Division, DG Manipur Police, amongst other hosts of senior veterans, military and civil dignitaries. The event was also witnessed by more than 100 students from various schools. This project was conceptualized as a year-long fully residential coaching and mentoring facility for students from economically weaker and underprivileged sections of Manipur through competitive exams like NEET and JEE. While speaking on the occasion, Governor Laganeshan expressed his elation and conveyed his felicitations to all concerned for the noble initiative. GOC Red Shield Division conveyed that Indian Army has remained at forefront in nation building and has been persistently contributing across varied fields, especially towards youth empowerment.
Research staying in India. All those students, they were all with patriotic fire. This fellow has got a different dream. Anyhow, he asked him, he went there. Once he has gone there, he was surprised. He also became a freedom fighter. They wanted to do something even at the headquarters of the British, London. Teach the lesson to the British. That was the main motto for them. Though they were studying education, they were studying various law, engineering. At that time when incident happened, our Lokamanga Tilak was arrested, he was kept in Mandalay. Then these students got agitated. The British should be taught a lesson. What can we do? Of course, story I don't want to be take you your time, long time.
With a vision to maintain love and peace and also to bring good fortune, Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC conducted Ushin Sinba program at the shrine of Kongba Maru, said MPCC Working President Kaisam Meghachandra. Kaisam Meghachandra made the statement during the last Ushin Sinba occasion held on the last day of May month at the shrine of Kongba Maru in Imphal East today. Key members, workers of Congress Party and members of Kongba Maru like Famlen, Changlen, Loishang attended the program. Further speaking, K. Meghachandra said Ushin Sinba programs have been practiced in the state since time memorial, where Mete Ngamu, an indigenous fish of Manipur, will perform the Ushin Sinba in place of hills and valleys and 7 clans of the state. On the other hand, replying to media queries, Meghachandra said banks in the state are unable to provide any loans to the unemployed youths through startup schemes and beneficiaries of PMGP by the present BJP government. Therefore, there is no use and benefits of such schemes in the state, K. Meghachandra said. Later, tree saplings were also planted at Hinautabi Hiden Kongba Maru as part of the occasion.
Amadi tekta kaida bawana mayam singse ngamuna mahut sinjaraga koigi awana mayam singsi pukhina naba amadi koigi tekta kaida naba santi oina leina bagi thabok thorom mayam singse yelhongwei degi bapugi sumba metei gi oiba program singasi ngasi pangtok basida sida hana yanthat tuna leikraba adagi upam mayam singse amuk anna thajinduna ekoi mioiba samaj ki nungai yai khanabigi damakta uthabagi program paikhat jabani tongan ba upal wapal singse kokthalaga tongan ba khoi gi seasoning ba mong da sinarak pa se Manipur gi lenga ka se masi forest vibhag se leitraba dauna tawre khoi gi sing mayam sing se kok lei ba se khoi ngasi ure khoi khong da satuna ure poppy plantation gi su preparation tawba khoi gi kum gi nong lakpa gi tanja sida thana na ba mayam amai khoi tawi hai.
Coordination Committee, CORCOM, an umbrella body of 6 proscribed armed groups in Manipur, greets the proletarians in Manipur on the occasion of International Workers' Day, May Day, observed throughout the world. A statement issued by CORCOM Media Coordinator M. Sakhen said the day is being observed remembering the uproar raised by thousands of workers against the inhuman policy of the capitalist class on May 1st, 1886 at Chicago Haymarket. The motto of the uproar became 8 hours working time and a rise in the wages for the welfare of the proletarians who were forced to work like machines with paltry sums as wages. In commemoration of the event where the proletarians fight for their rights, May 1 has been observed as the International Workers' Day since 1891. Even though the world has undergone dramatic changes in the 21st century, a large number of peasants and workers have been living a wretched life in Manipur, the statement said. 2 Indian Coast Guards officers from Manipur have been promoted to full commandant rank section grade in their first year of reaching eligibility years of 15 years in the service. The 2 promoted officers are Commandant J.G. S. Koling Lawrence, son of late S. Somi from Kasomkolen village, Kamjong. Commandant J.G. Ngamlien Tauthang, son of Lungkholet Tauthang, hails from Molkon village, Saikul, Kangpokpi district. It is reported that the 2 officers are presently holding key appointments as staff officers to important flag officers in the Indian Coast Guard. On promotion to full commandant, the officers will be appointed in different capital ships as executive officers. According to a news report, Commandant S. Koling Lawrence joined the Indian Navy as Short Service Commission Officer in 2006. The officer was in the submarine arm of the Indian Navy, specialized in signal communication and electronic warfare. Post-completion of his engagement in the Indian Army, he was absorbed in Indian Coast Guard in 2018 in the rank of Commandant Junior Grade. The officer is a qualified dynamic positioning operator and has served on board pollution control vessel Indian Coast Guard ship Samudra Prahari. The news report added that the Commandant Ngamlien Tauthang joined the Indian Coast Guard as Assistant Commandant Direct Entry in 2006. The officer is recipient of Tat Rakshak Medal, Gallantry, ABP News Bravery Award, Director General Indian Coast Guard Commendation for his outstanding performance in various appointments in the past. He was also recipient of the Director General Indian Coast Guard Trophy for Best Under Trainee Assistant Commandant during his training days. In an unfortunate incident occurred yesterday evening at Maram Bazar, 3 Mao youths, namely K. Hepuni, Baforo Krelo and D. Lei, were brutally assaulted by Maram miscreants speaking Maram dialect at Maram Bazar without any reasons. According to a report, those Mao youths who were returning from Kashi upon reaching Maram Bazar stopped to get some eatables at a shop. Without any reason, K. Hepuni was slapped and manhandled with sticks by unknown Maram miscreants, whereby D. Lei oversaw the incident and intervened to calm the commotion. However, he was brutally attacked from behind with sharp stones on his head, resulting in severe cut and taken to hospital unconscious. The report said immediately Makan Kuman village authorities were informed about the incident, at which village secretary Athili and K. Fokrelo rushed to the site to compromise and to solve the matter. However, the Maram group of people gathered at the spot resisted to have any talks, and out of nowhere, K. Fokrelo was also thrashed on the spot, and K. Hepuni's vehicle was also vandalized by the group of Maram mob. S. Kolu and B. Ashuli were also beaten up on the spot, and K. Fokrelo was the president of Makan Kuman Youth and Student Association, the report said. The report further said that in no time, Maram people gathered in great numbers with announcement on loudspeakers and mobilized more mob armed with daws, stones and sticks, and began to rain down stone at Makan Kuman village, whereby so many innocent residents were hurt relentlessly, and more than 10 vehicles were destroyed and houses belonging to Makan Kuman were targeted and vandalized. making the residents of Kuman to flee from their houses with their children. Immediately, Tadubi police station was informed. However, even their vehicles were also vandalized by the Maram mob, and the vehicle was forced to take refuge at Makhan Kuman instead. Moreover, Makhan Kuman villagers had to suffer a huge tear gas pollution, the report added. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after a short break.
Lakliva session English and Manipuri Brilliant School gi Class 11 Science and Arts ke admission May gitang ani dake hauzargani. Manipur da ahanbo in school asina Class 10 exam haidok trimeda Ming Chanbiba Mahiri Singi damakta submitagi lupal sing nipanda Ming Chanbagi khudong chaba pisari. HSC exam mai pakhan bangam laba extra tuition amadi coaching gi mathau tadraba campus manung da nupa nupi gi tongan hostels leiraba transport facility matik chana leiraba Loina meritorious students singda scholarship pibagi khudong chaba su leiraba Brilliant School Malum Tulihil Makhale kai nasimag admission tawbina ba khanganjari.
Pauzel Ima Kondong Dairin Biharauba English and Manipuri Hauki Bachayi NEC COVID-19 pandemic numaram oiduna Ima Kondong Dairin Biharauba Lipchaki Adubo Jatli Bachayi English and Manipuri Sigi Oinade Ima Kondong Dairin Bi Murigi Harauba Si Lakliba Tangmari Thamanga English and Manipuri Kalian Gihumni Panba Yumsa Kaisa Numitagi Hauseraga Lakliba Tang Tarani Toy Thamanga English and Manipuri Tarama 20 Panba Sagol Sen Numit Fauba Numit Mapal ni Chupna Harauzagani. Harauba Sigi Mukna Yendem Nabana Lakliba Tang Mapan Thamanga English and Manipuri Ningthau Kaba Numita Pangtok Jagani. Idamdam Manipur gi mipum khudimak na mapung fana saru kya binaba amadi thaugal tawbining basingna makha ki contact number 8787493490 natraga 9612153098 natraga 9366332208 asida paw fawbiraknaba nolukna khanganjari. Paujanjariba A. Lalit Singh, General Secretary, Ima Kondong Lairengbi, Thaugalup More.
Welcome back. You're watching ELITETV English News. The 3.5 collective thanked the government of Manipur for finally filing the much-awaited appeal against the controversial judgment of the NDPS court in special trial case number 100 of 2018 dated 17th December on 26th April 2022, acquitting Luthosai Zhao and 11 co-accused despite overwhelming evidence on record of their involvement in drug trafficking. The 3.5 collective, in a press release, hoped to see a copy of the said appeal once it is deposited to the Supreme Court of India as directed in its order date 29 April 2022. It may be noted that the members of the 3.5 collective have filed a special leave petition criminal challenging the said NDPS judgment as well as the judgment of the High Court of Manipur refusing to grant the leave of appeal against the NDPS judgment on the ground that the petitioners are not victim and therefore do not have the right to file an appeal. The release said the 3.5 collective are happy that the Supreme Court has decided to look into the definition of victim in the context of the notorious crime of drug trafficking. If done so, the drug users and their families who have been suffering untold miseries due to the menace of drugs will be entitled to play its due role in the criminal prosecution of drug traffickers. It is an unfortunate reality that there is almost zero conviction to all the multiple drug haul cases, making the war on drugs of the Chief Minister and Nasa Mukta Bharat Abhiyan of the Prime Minister mere empty slogans. The 3.5 collective believes that involving the drug users and their families in the prosecution of the trafficker is the missing link to win this war, and the Abhiyan, the release said. A powerful cyclonic storm wreaked havoc in various parts of the state in the wee hours today, uprooting several houses, trees and electric posts in both the hills and the valley districts. The strong wind blew away sheets serving as roofs of several houses and institutions and uprooted trees and electric poles, causing power outages for hours. The power supply to almost all parts of the state has been affected. According to a report, the cyclonic storm has destroyed the mess hall of Northeast Regional Sports Week at Kuman Lampak. However, there were no reports of human casualties in the storm. It may be mentioned here that the Regional Sports Week is organized by Youth Affairs and Sports Department, Government of Manipur, and is funded by Northeastern Council and kick-started from 28 April and will continue till May 3rd. Athletes from 7 Northeast states, including Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, and the host state, Manipur, are competing in select disciplines of archery, badminton, boxing, football, and table tennis. On the other hand, the hostel kitchen of Wisdom English School and rented house in Tausim Subdivision, Tamenglong District, was also blown away and damaged by the powerful cyclonic storm today. A team of the Search Battalion of 23 Sector Assam Rifles recovered 2,250 kilograms of areca nut worth Rs 9,51,750 in general area Hamu Hemelta along Indo-Myanmar border, Jamphai district. The Assam Rifles in a statement said that the operation was carried out by a joint team of 2 Assam Rifles and representatives of the Customs Department, Jamphai, based on the specific information. The team said that the approximate cost of the recovered areca nut is Rs 9,51,750. The Customs Department seized the contraband items for further legal proceedings. The Assam Rifles in a statement said ongoing smuggling of areca nuts is a major cause of concern for the state of Mizoram, especially along the Indian-Myanmar border. Manipur reported no new cases of COVID-19 with 0 COVID-19 deaths out of 122 samples tested in any of the testing centers in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate has declined to 0.0%. The recovery rate also continued to remain unchanged at 98.44%. In the last 24 hours, the state-level COVID-19 deaths audit committee reported nil cases of COVID-19 deaths. The cumulative number of deaths is 2,120. Today, 2 persons were discharged from home isolation. The cumulative number of positive cases is 1,37,220. The cumulative number of recovered cases is 1,35,085. The number of active cases is 15. As of yesterday, a total of 143 D-type oxygen cylinders and 13 B-type oxygen cylinders were made available to different health facilities of the state. The number of doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered yesterday is 3,012. The cumulative number of doses is 28,44,301, the control room said. Meanwhile, Mizoram's new COVID-19 cases dropped to 83 and the state's tally reduced to 2,27,419, a health official said today. The state reported 0 fatality for the 3rd consecutive day today since 28 April and the death toll remains at 696, the official said. The single-day positivity increased to 15.46% from 10% on the previous day as the fresh cases were detected from 537 samples tested yesterday, the official said. The number of active cases now stands at 714, while 2,26,009 people have recovered from the infection so far, including 113 people yesterday, the official said. The recovery rate among COVID-19 patients stood at 99.37% and the death rate at 0.30%. The state has so far tested more than 19.20 samples for COVID-19. According to State Immunization Officer L. Jongte, over 8.48 lakh people have been inoculated till yesterday, and out of this, 6.84 lakh people have received the second dose and 40,577 people received the precautionary dose. On the other hand, India saw a single-day rise of 3,688 new coronavirus infections, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,30,75,864. While the active cases increased to 18,684, the government said today. According to the Union Health Ministry data updated today, the number of deaths rose to 5,23,803 with 50 more fatalities. The active cases constituted 0.04% of the total infections, while the national recovery rate was recorded at 98.74%, the Health Ministry said. An increase of 883 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 caseload in a span of the last 24 hours. The daily positivity rate was recorded at 0.74% and weekly positivity rate at 0.66%, the data said. The number of people who have recovered from the disease has increased to 4,25,33,377, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.22%. The number of doses administered in the country so far under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive has exceeded 188.89 crore. India's COVID-19 tally crossed the 2 crore mark on May 4th and 3 crore on June 23 last year. Out of 50 fatalities, 45 were reported from Kerala, 2 each from Delhi and Maharashtra, and 1 from Uttar Pradesh. The Health Ministry has stressed that more than 70% of the deaths occurred due to comorbidities. The COVID figures are being reconciled with the Indian Council of Medical Research, the ministry said on its website, adding that state-wise distribution of figures is subject to further verification. Time for another short break. See you right back.
Seasonaview Yai Lifestyle Private Limited की food supplement registered under the MCA Ministry of Corporate Affairs हाइरिबा मखल असिगी product मंगादगी कानबा फंगबिगनी मदुदी अहानबदा Perfect Plus urinary tract infection disease kayadagi ngakthokpa ngami control glucose levels in blood improve immunity antioxidant liver disease amadi liver shokhanbadagi ngakthoi remove toxins haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa lok laihau toina toganbadasu fali ani subada perfect glow uring amadi mahing fahanba acne scar fahanba mai nanthokhanba skin nganthokhanba kuchuk men thokhali mai khwihande hum subada perfect ionic mineral diabetes BP wangba asthma khwang naba saru sonba haksangdagi fataba sengdokpa tumbayadaba piles arthritis ising mari nuaitaba anti aging khongya saba puramak fahali mari subada perfect active brain na tumbayadaba fahali kok ngawba wakhal pothahanba tumbayadaba memory booster tension handhanba amusung manga subada Perfect Women Care na urinary tract infection, premenstrual syndrome, angang khaudanaba, thagi khongkap chang naidaba, fingau ka hena chatpa, vaginal infection kayada fahanba ngami. Home delivery gi khudong sabasu phongbigani. Hena kupamarol gi dama khoi contact number 8413968314 da contact tobiu.
Welcome back. Let's continue with the news updates. As the Army Chief, he will also have to coordinate with the Navy and the Indian Air Force on the government's plan to roll out theatre commands. The theaterization plan was being implemented by India's first Chief of Defence Staff, CDS, General Bipin Rawat, who died in the helicopter crash in December last. The government is yet to appoint General Rawat's successor. In his distinguished career, General Pandey also served as the Commander-in-Chief of the Andaman and Nicobar Command, SINCAN, which is India's only tri-services command. An alumnus of the National Defence Academy, he was commissioned in the Corps of Engineers, the Bombay Sappers, in December 1982. General Pandey has held several prestigious command and staff assignments in conventional as well as counter-insurgency operations in all types of terrains. He commanded an engineer regiment along the line of control during the Operation Parakram in Jammu and Kashmir, an engineer brigade in the western sector, an infantry brigade along LOC, a mountain division in a high altitude area of western Ladakh, and a corps in the northeast. His staff exposures include brigade major of a mountain brigade in the northeast, assistant military secretary AMS in the military secretary's branch, and brigadier general staff operations at the Eastern Command headquarters. A Ukrainian fighter pilot known as Ghost of Kiev was killed in a battle last month after shooting down as many as 40 Russian aircrafts, the Times of London reported. The publication also identified the brave pilot as Major Stepan Tarabalka, a 29-year-old father of one, as the war hero. The UK newspaper also said that Tarabalka flying an MiG-29 was shot down on 13 March while battling an overwhelming number of enemy forces. The fighter pilot was posthumously awarded Ukraine's top medal for bravery and combat, the Order of the Golden Star, according to his family, quoted by The Times. He was also given the title of the Hero of Ukraine. His helmet and goggles are now set to be auctioned in London, according to The Times. Tarabalka gained worldwide fame after shooting down 10 Russian aircrafts on the first day of the invasion. People call him the Ghost of Kiev, and rightly so, the Ukrainian government had said in a tweet last month. According to The Times, Major Tarabalka was born in a working-class family of Western Ukraine in a small village named Korolivka and wanted to become a pilot since he was a child. With the revelation of his identity, the reports that the Ghost of Kiev could be an urban legend have been put to rest. His bravery served as a massive morale booster for the Ukrainian forces in the face of overwhelming odds. Major Tarabalka's parents were quoted as saying by The Times that the Ukrainian military did not provide them with any information on his final flight or death. They know he was flying on a mission and he completed the mission, his task. Then he didn't return. That's all the information they have. The first Mayor Cup Inter-Silet Manipuri Kang Tournament 2022 organized by Lechom Lekai Lama Bazar Manipuri Para under the supervision of Manipuri Kang Association with an aim to promote traditional Kang sports began yesterday at Lechom Lekai Kangshang in Sylhet, Bangladesh. The tournament was kick-started by Sylhet City Corporation Mayor Ariful Haq Chaudhary by flying balloons and cutting ribbons. Matches for the men's group will be played every Friday and for the women's group will be played every Saturday in the tournament, which will be held for 2 months. Altogether, 21 men's Kangkhut and 9 women's Kangkhut from Manipur and Assam are taking part in the tournament. On the first day of the tournament, yesterday, Naya Bazar Naharol Kangkhut beat Krishna Balram Kangkhut by score difference of 17-9 in the first round, while Ibudau Kangkhut Ambarkhana Kangkhut beats Nongmaithem Kangkhut by 9-4 in the second round of the tournament. In the third round of the tournament, Bangladesh Kangkhut beat Shivganj Nanglei Kangkhut by 15-6 and Lama Bazar Salai Taret Kangkhut beat Shivganj Naharol Kangkhut by 10-6 in the fourth round. Double Olympic medalist PV Sindhu ended her Badminton Asia Championships campaign with a bronze medal after going down fighting to Japan's Akane Yamaguchi in 3 games today. The 26-year-old started the match on a positive note but couldn't keep the winning momentum going, losing 21-13, 19-21, 16-21 to the top seed and world number 2 Yamaguchi in the clash, which lasted 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is Sindhu's second medal in the tournament. She had claimed a bronze in 2014 Gimcheon edition. The Hyderabad shuttler also won 2 Super 300 titles at Syed Modi International and Swiss Open. With Sindhu's defeat, India's challenge at the individual continental championship has ended. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitv.in or 940-289-0982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. Before we wind up, let's look at the headlines once again. Women street vendors clashes with police personnel after city police personnel brutally assaulted a male street vendor at Alugali this afternoon. Army to establish Center for Excellence and Wellness for coaching 50 underprivileged students of Manipur for admission in best colleges and universities in India. Manipur reported no new COVID cases and 0 COVID deaths in last 24 hours. Positivity rate declined to 0%. General Manoj Pandey took charge as the 29th Chief of the Indian Army Staff. And Ghost of Kiev dies in battle after shooting down 40 Russian jets, identity revealed. That's all for today. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News. Stay safe and have a great evening.